my left hand, I currently have the official NHRDA decibel meter. That is going to determine who goes away with $500 in today's burnout contest. But first, we've got to test drive the noise level here for the folks in attendance. You guys are the ones that determine who gets $500. So, on the count of three, in your big boy and big girl outdoor voices, I want you to scream and yell so we can find out how well you'll do on choosing our winner in our competition in the burnout. So, on the count of three, as much noise as you can make. 1, 2, 3. Gives me a baseline of 79. All right, so let's start things off with Brad Clark from Gardner, Montana, the 2004 Chevy Duramax. All right, Brad Clark, roll that thing up in the box. You got 45 seconds-ish to get his burnout in. Going to check what I would do if I was a local. I would have went home and got those sawdust tires that I use in the wintertime. They're all weather-checked and wore out. That's what I would be using. All right, young man, when I give you the high sign, you're going to roll those tires until one of them pops, right? Yeah, he'll try his hardest, folks. All right, here we go on the count of 1, 2, 3. Get it, get it, get it. And 30 seconds of burnout. Give her a round of applause. Let's hear what you think of the Duramax. He's going to end up with a 73.4. 73.4 is our current score to beat, as the Duramax will roll out with the lead. That was Brad Clark. Next up is going to be Josh Nye from Bozeman, 2003 Ford Excursion. The everyday grocery getter is going to come up for a little bit of a burnout contest. The cool thing about that excursion is, if he does a good burnout for the next 2 years, every time they turn on either the heater or the air conditioner, they'll remember being in a burnout contest. Black Smoke LLC across the windscreen. Spent the money to have one of the Tribute license plates. Extra $60 to the state of Montana. Water going out of the box. 74 something was the score to beat. 73.4. All right, Josh Nye and his excursion. All right, Joshy boy, it's your turn to go burnout contest right now. For Josh with a little bit of a brake fire here on the left rear tire. Josh, you don't want to go anywhere, just kind of hang out. The boys with the water are going to come over and get on the disc brake. He lit the thing on fire for you guys. Let's hear it. 94.5. 94.5 is our new leader. So Josh Nye has to put his excursion on fire to take the lead in our burnout contest. I believe that is Seth Christensen from Park, Montana, 1993, one-ton Dodge. So Seth Christensen is going to be, no, that's going to be a Ford. So that is not the Dodge of Christensen. We'll have the Ford rolling up. So it is a 94.5 is the score to beat. I believe we're down here. Robert Geisick will get his name before he gets out on track. Thought it was going to be a Mopar, but it's not going to be. Should be burnout entrant number 5. So it's going to be Robert Geisick. Robert from Billings in the 2011 half-ton Ford. Not a half-ton either. It's a 1-ton. Smart guy. Put your seatbelt on. You never know, man. That thing can hook, launch, run right into the wall, save your life. Good thinking. That guy's safety-minded. 3, 2, 1, get it. Starts to let go. Give her an applause for Robert Geisick. $97.1. Is that enough for the lead? 94.5 was the number to beat. Robert Geisick goes to lead at a 97.1 as he is rolled off the mud flap. Actually, part of that tire, part of the cap, got up in there and got a hold of the mud flap. Yeah. Not but a simple thing to fix, actually. Huh. I didn't like that a bit. That was a little bit hot. And he had a few of those steel-belted radials sticking out. All right, so he is currently our leader. I hope he's got a spare tire to get home. No problem. There's probably a Chevrolet here that'd be happy to tow a Ford out of here. So our lead now is 97.1. It looks like the old Ford is coming up next. Looks like a 1971 3/4 ton. And I'm going to say that is Ian Thallis from Park City, Montana. Bringing up the old. It is 4-wheel drive be high boy. So as the 3/4 ton rolls up, 360, 390. Got the 360 FE style block inside of it. As he gets himself up into the water box and ready to go. The old 71 custom body F250. All right, son, it's your time to light up Old Blue. None of the tires are turning. He's got her up in granny low. There we go. He's got second gear. a whopping 76.9. So 76.9 is not going to take over the lead. You got to give the guy props, though. To get that throw in the first gear down to second gear, it's just damn near a country mile in one of those old Fords. From clear up the dashboard all the way down to the seat, he was able to get that thing to power up into the second gear, get a little bit of light out of the right rear tire. So this will be Seth Christensen in the 1993 Dodge. So Seth gets ready to bring his Ram 350 up on the line, straight out the farm. The only thing that surprises me is he didn't remove the Ram and put a Billy Mack Bulldog. Ram 350, it's your turn right now. Mopar fans, let's hear it for Seth Christensen. Seth ending at an 83.6. 83.6. So 97.1 of Robert Geisick, still the lead in the 2011 one-ton Ford out of Billings, Montana. So we'll roll that Dodge down out of the racetrack. We got another one waiting in the wings. So number 4 is Brody Rabel. Brady Rabel from Molt, Montana, 2000 Mopar. Hi, Brady. He's one of the guys that we talked about during the drivers' meeting earlier today. Not to have any Copenhagen cans, beer cans, or wood, dirt, straw flying out. All right, son. You ready? All red, ready to do it? Come on, he wants $500. Get it! Down is Brady Rabel. Give her a round of applause for the Mopar. 87.2 for Brady. So he is not going to take the lead away from Robert Geisick. The Ford is still on top of the leaderboard as we go from pickup trucks to semi-trucks. Should be Jim Disher, big Jim Disher, going to be getting into his truck. Disher, one of those guys that has won the burnout contest before. Disher, also one of those guys, one of the first to employ a gas mask. Get the gas mask on and try to forego a little bit of the tire smoke up in the cap. And the very first guy ever where tire comes to die, and that's Will Terry right there. Will doing a great job for power-driven diesel. First guy ever to use a gas mask in our NHRDA burnout contest. That is Grandpa Jim Disher. All right, Jimmy boy. You got her stripped down. There's absolutely no reason why we can't pop a tire because it's going on a trailer anyway. All right, Jim Disher, ready to get it, get it, get it, get it. Gearbox. Let's hear it for Grandpa Jim Disher. Ooh, a 91.6. 91.6 for Big Jim. Not going to be enough for the 97.1. Geisick in the one-ton Ford has still got the lead. Big Jim, Charney. I don't know if you knew it or not, but little Miss Charney come running over as soon as you were starting and banging through the gears, grinding, trying to tear herself up. She ran over and yelled in my ear. He told everybody it's easy to do a burnout in a standard. All right, so it looks like we still have that one-ton Ford in the lead as little Miss Charney Disher is coming up, our 16-year-old in a 1952 Kenworth Needle Nose. Little Miss Charney, a point leader in one of our big rig classes. As Grandpa Jim rolls out, little Miss Charney getting ready to go next. All right, here comes 16-year-old Charney Disher. I'm pretty certain at 16 years old I would have been too intimidated to ever get in the seat of a Kenworth. But little Miss Charney, not only has she got the fortitude, she's got the racing talent as well. All right, she has won burnout competitions earlier in the year. Now she gets a chance. You just got smoked by a girl is the t-shirt she's got on. So she's trying to smoke the competition. As little Miss Charney going to crawl back into the Kenworth and get ready to roll a little coal. Boy, a little bit of smoke. It's your turn, girl. Go get it. Let's hear what you think for Charney. We're locking in at a 98.3. 98.3. She is our new leader. So Charney Disher's 98.3 is the lead in our burnout contest. And she's got one more truck to go as we've got Will Terry sitting in the waiting area for his chance. He says that he's got it all figured out, and this is where tires come to die. Give her an applause. That's Charlie Disher. So the 98.3. 98.3. Now, Will Terry is coming up. This is the very first guy at NHRDA that came in the burnout contest wearing his very own gas mask. On the very first episode of Diesel TV. Today, he has said he's figured out the math. He's figured out his RPM. He's figured out his tire size as well as rotation. He figures he's going to be turning 160 miles an hour. Mile per hour of 160 right here in the water box. So the South Bend Clutch, Chucker Cummins drag truck, the power-driven diesel dude, make them tires die.
200 miles an hour we're going for.
He said 160 earlier. He's bumped her up to 2 bills. Go get it! With only 20 seconds of burn, what do you think? Comes down to a 96.7. 96.7. Little Miss Charlie Disher at a 98.3. Your winner, Charlie Disher. So Charlie will collect the $500 win. Congratulations to the Disher fam. Thanks for coming out and playing.
I got second or first?
You got second.
All right. She deserved to win. She's girl.
Folks, give a round of applause to all of our burnout